suerte. Dios lo bendiga.
Commish, I got to get your take on it quickly before we begin.
What I like about it, this is really a title fight, and they've got one of the best referees in the world. Luis Pabon will tell you more about him. This one is going to be a great fight.
You see the tail of the tape? Johan has about 7 years over Lakhvidiev, 1 inch shorter. Weighed in almost the same, and a 2 inch shorter reach. How significant is that?
I don't think it's really a problem for the guy like Guzman, who's so experienced. You know, he knows how to fight on the inside, and that kind of an advantage is really minimal with a guy like him. If you had a younger guy, it might be a problem.
And here we go. Now Lakhvidiev comes out strong. Guzman again in the...
I'll tell you one thing, the winner of this fight will be in a big fight coming up.
No doubt about it. WBA light welterweight championship. Guzman in the blue trunks trimmed with red and white. Lakhvidiev in the white. And Lakhvidiev coming forward.
The beauty of this match is there's no way it can't be an action fight, just from the two styles.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Lakhvidiev is obviously the slightly bigger guy. You can see it in there. You know, you can see that he's naturally a little bit bigger than Joan Guzman. But there was
a slip.
Yeah, definitely a slip by Joan Guzman. He was moving backwards, kind of tripped up on his own feet.
And actually got a good look in there before that.
He did. He got a good look in there, and that's Joan Guzman. That's what he does. He loves to see a fighter come towards him, and he counterpunches a fighter. So we'll see how he does against a bigger guy and a southpaw.
Guzman coming forward. The crowd goes wild. Good uppercut in there from Guzman. Beeb has him against the ropes. Guzman says no way. Oh!
Yeah, they're so much for feeling each other out. They're throwing bombs here. And I think Guzman got the best of it. He's following it up with a great right hand.
He's hurt.
You can see Lakhvidiev's legs wobble on that.
Nice redness around his eyes and nose at this time. We've still got almost a little less than a minute to go. Guzman looks in shape. He looks strong.
Yeah, both these guys look in phenomenal shape. You know, the telling thing about that exchange right there is that that'll dictate the rest of this round and maybe carry over into the next round. They were both trying to test each other, see who had more, and I think Guzman got the best of it.
No question about that, Jose. And you can see already Lakhvidiev's a little, not quite as bold walking in there as he was before. He's still coming forward, but it's with a little more respect than he had before.
I actually didn't think Lakhvidiev was going to put on this much pressure. I thought he was going to be the one backing up.
One of the things I've noticed immediately, I mean, you can see the reach difference. I can tell. There's a significant reach difference, but it hasn't been a detriment yet to Guzman. Wow, what a great way to open up this fight tonight.
Unbelievable first round for both guys. You can see the hunger in their eyes. You can see both these guys want to take this WBA strap home with them tonight.
Well, the first rounds are known to be...
Let's look at some of the replays in that first round. All that action, the whole round was a replay, but there goes the punch. You know what? That's interesting. They called that a no knockdown. Looking at it in slow motion, he landed a left hand. That was very, very interesting to see it in slow motion. And of course, that was the shot Joan Guzman landed, followed by that straight right. Got Lakhvidiev's attention.
I mean, he just continued to go. And in the corner today for Guzman, I mean, he has got just a creme de la creme. Let me tell you quickly, you can win an autographed glove here. Just text the word glove, G-L-O-V-E, to 59769. You'll enter to win a signed boxing glove by the champ. Do it now. Text it now. This is round 2. Again, live from Sunrise, Florida, WBA Championship Boxing on Bounce TV. And Pursuit Channel is shown around the world in Russia and Canada.
You know, guys, usually the first round is for feeling out. There was no feeling out, and now they're right at each other again.
I think they felt each other, for sure.
Yeah, one of the things that Joan Guzman is doing really well is he's timing Alekverdiev's left hand. Alekverdiev is kind of looping that left hand in there, and Guzman is taking a step back, timing it, and landing a nice right hand.
Alekverdiev trying to walk him down into the corner.
And Guzman trying to sucker him a little bit there, showing that vast experience that he has.
Oh, nice left. Snap back the head of Khabib.
Shannon, what do you think of each one of these guys took out of that first round, learned in that first round about each other?
They both tested each other and said, you know what, I'm not going to back up. Here's a great shot from me. That shot that Guzman went down could have been counted as a knockdown, but it wasn't. It was a push as well. But they both, pushed each other to the limit and said, you know what, this is a fight.
And that's Shannon Cannon Briggs, part of the Equity Sports family, working with these great boxers. And got your eyes closely intent on what's going on with Guzman right now.
Alekverdiev adding a lot of pressure, putting a lot of pressure, making Guzman feel uncomfortable, looking to land his own left hand.
Guzman wink to his corner and come back with a hard right. Like, I got this. One thing for sure, the audience in the arena here really is enjoying this fight. Alekverdiev definitely trying to walk Guzman into the corners and up against the ropes and rough him up. Body shot there by Guzman.
Yeah.
That's left there. Alekverdiev, body shot. Good right, good left, uppercut by Guzman.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Alekverdiev is not shy to initiate the action. He's pushing Guzman, and he's willing to take a punch for it. As long as he can land one punch, he'll come after him. There he is.
WBA Championship Boxing live from Sunrise, Florida, the BB&T Center. Live on Bounce TV. Pursuit Channel. This is round 3 of 12, a championship. WBA light welterweight belt on the line. Vince Bailey along with Jose Santiago. Expert analysis from Randy Gordon, the commish, Ron Burgess.
I'm actually very surprised how action-packed this fight has been. I thought it was going to start a little bit slower. These guys don't really know much about each other. I thought it was going to be a little bit slower. Knowing Joan Guzman, Alekverdiev. I'm actually surprised, guys. What are you guys thinking?
Alekverdiev told me at the weigh-in, he said, you watch, I'm going right after him. I said, you're known to be more of a mover. He said, not for this one. I'm going after him. And he's been living up to that promise.
Well, the fact that he came in like that, so aggressive right off the bat, it forced Guzman into a fight whether he wanted to feel him out or not. And now it's in that sort of mode where there's this sort of both dug in there now, and this is what they're going to do.
Oh, they're trading punches for sure.
This is a fight for the kid, for the young kid, going up against a veteran that he knows this is a fight he must win if he wants to go to the next level. So he's coming out, he's giving it his all.
Oh, he caught him. He dropped him. Caught him with a left hand. The left hand he was trying to set up. Kind of surprised Guzman. Guzman did go down. That was a legitimate knockdown, no doubt.
He definitely gave the look like, hey, that was a slip. Referee Luis Pabon. No, that's a knockdown. Guzman comes right back. Alekverdiev trying to work to finish it.
Yeah, he's coming after him. He's definitely hurt him. Now he's hurt him with the right hand. Pushing him against the ropes.
Guzman shakes his head and says no.
Yeah, I don't like the way Joan Guzman is working his way in. His hands are low. You don't want to to do that after you've just been dropped. You want to keep those hands up, make sure your opponent doesn't get another flush shot against you.
Exactly. With that, look where his left hand is. It's down, as Ron keeps saying, in his pockets.
Defensive strength, I've never understood. It doesn't work.
I'm not sure if it's the hands down, guys. I think this kid has very fast feet. He's jumping in really fast and surprising Guzman.
I agree. It seems as if, yeah, Guzman didn't expect that speed.
Exactly. And it's not really the hand speed, it's the foot speed. You can see how he just jumped in real quick.
And he comes in there with a purpose, too. Right. It's not like some guys who jump in there and don't even know what they're in.
Don't miss the Bounce Beats Top 20 video countdown of 2012. From Beyonce to Chris Brown, from Usher to Rihanna. We're counting down the hottest videos of the year on a special edition of Bounce Beats. That's this Sunday night at 8 p.m. only on Bounce TV.
Yeah, let's look at that knockdown again. I mean, it was a nice shot. Boom. Guzman just didn't expect it. Was totally surprised by it. There it is. Another right hand followed by the left hand. He just didn't expect it, didn't see it coming.
3 shots did it. There was no one shot that did it. There was one right hand, the chopping overhand right, and now the left hand as he was on his way down. I said before this fight was starting, do not be surprised if there's an upset. This kid from Russia can fight.
Well, it's round number 4, WBA Championship Boxing. Sunrise, Florida. Oh, Guzman with a nice right hand.
Do I see some blood, guys, out of Alaverdi's cheek?
There is blood in this somewhere. I can't tell where it's coming from. Guzman got rocked.
He got rocked with that left.
And he came right back with the right to the bottom. Even more action than this than you get in most pay-per-view shows.
Well, you know, the interesting thing when you're watching this fight is that when Guzman lands a punch flush, it doesn't seem to be doing the same damage that Alaverdi does when he lands his punches.
And that's funny because Guzman, I think, is a harder one-punch knockout hitter.
Good body shot there from Guzman.
Well, he may have been at 122 and 130, but now he's at 140 with a much bigger man. You can just see when you look at the two of them. And Jose's right. Thus far, at least, hasn't had the same effect. Those body shots work.
Good body shot from Guzman. Here comes the lock for Diaz. 4 body shots from Guzman.
Yeah, Guzman needs to pick his hands up. I think I see what Shannon was talking about. Alaverdi's hands are a lot faster than I think a lot of us expected. And with that said, Guzman does need to keep his hands up when they're in tight.
Although Alaverdi lives in Russia, he travels regularly here to South Florida to train. Half of his fights have been here in America. So he knows what a fast fighter looks like.
Guzman is wide open as he's throwing some of those hooks. He's throwing them from North Florida.
His punch is just a little short, and I think, again, it's got to do with that reach. Body shot. Shakes his head, says no. That's where he wants him. He wants him in the corner. Oh, good uppercut from Guzman.
These guys are punching holes in each other.
Yeah. And Jose, you mentioned it before. The punches of Alaverdi seem to be doing so much more damage.
Big left hand from Guzman. That stopped the onslaught. We're back with live WBA Championship Boxing on Bounce TV, Pursuit Channel. This is for the WBA Light Welterweight Championship. Johan Little Tyson Guzman in the blue trunks. Khabib the Hawk Alakradiev in the white. And they are going at it. Round 5.
Yeah, they're going at it. I mean, that's about as hard a punch that Guzman can throw and land. And the pedigree of these Russian fighters is unbelievable. They seem to just walk through shots.
Call it a push.
Somebody's bleeding bad.
Guzman.
Yeah, it's Guzman. Looks like the bridge of the nose. Alakradiev is manhandling him, just pushing him against the ropes.
That's a bad cut. I can't tell where that cut is.
I think it might be the bridge of the nose.
He also may have a broken nose here. Looks like he's having trouble breathing.
That is pouring down. Oh, he caught him with a good one.
But just like Jose pointed out before, these are some bombs being landed by Guzman, and they are not moving Alakradiev.
Wow, look at these guys. What action.
Yeah, Alakradiev, the referee can't even break him, can't even make him move backwards. He just wants to go at it.
Now, this is a world-class rep. This fight needs a guy like Pabon.
This is a war in here now. This is nothing sweet about the sweet science right now.
And we're just into round number 5. So we got blood on both of our boxers.
Russians cut. I think. Well, it could very well be Guzman's blood.
Referee calls time.
Yeah, they're going to have a doctor take a look at his...
Camera close in there.
Is that the bridge of the nose? Is it right under the eyelid?
It looked like the bridge of the nose.
No, they asked him if he wants to continue. He said, of course.
I always love it when they ask him, what do you think he's going to say? Yeah, no, I'll come back on Tuesday.
I am telling you, we have got action-packed fights here tonight. Again, the folks at Infinity Sports, the camp that Guzman's in. Got to be pleased with the crowd here tonight and the action that is taking place in this main event. This January, it's Slamuary on Bounce TV. Don't miss a second of the HBCU basketball action live with some of the hottest matches of the year. Slamuary, it all starts this January on your source for black college sports at Bounce TV.
All right, let's take a look at the replay here. I mean, there's Johan Guzman throwing punches with all he has. And when Alakradiev lands 2 punches, down he goes. I believe that was a knockdown. Pabon called that a slip. That was a knockdown, no doubt about it.
I'm not sure. I think Alakradiev may have stepped on Guzman's foot.
Well, he may have, but he also hit him in the jaw.
Twice.
That was a perfect counter. But Guzman was getting too wide with some of those hooks, and that's how he got countered on the inside like that.
I think for Guzman to beat this guy right now, he needs to box this kid. This kid, you know, he's straightforward, he's heavy foot. He needs to box this kid. He's making it rough. This kid's tough. He needs to box.
We're scheduled for 12. This is round 6. There's another slip. Actually, a trip there.
That definitely was a trip. Wipe the gloves.
You know, a little of that comes from the left-hand, right-hand thing, where now you're getting your feet caught up in each other. Next thing you know, it's the right-handed guy who's going down.
We're joined ringside with former heavyweight champion of the world, Shannon Cannon, bring it. Shannon, let me ask you a question. Isn't it exhausting when these fighters go down, whether they're tripped or not, to have to stand back up? What is that? I mean, how much does that affect the fighter?
It's exhausting. I mean, it takes a lot out of you just getting up, you know, each time. Just to stop and go in itself is exhausting. You know, like you're just running straight, running a straight 5 miles easy. But when you have to stop and go, that's what wears you down. Just like boxing, you stop in between the rounds, the stop and go is what gets you.
And again, that was the voice of Shannon Briggs. And Shannon, you've got Guzman in there getting all busted up, swollen up. It was a few years ago, you fought one of the hardest hitting heavyweight champions ever, Vitaly Klitschko. Your face was a mess. What does a person think when he's in there with blood and all that pain?
You know, I was thinking knockout, man, all the way through that. I can still get upset, you know, and knock him out. So, and that's what Guzman's hoping for right now, to land something big and in the fight, change the fight. This is boxing, baby. Can change any second.
Guzman, if you notice, Guzman keeps stepping on his foot, too. He's not getting his foot outside, and that's affecting his balance. It just happened here about 2 or 3 seconds ago. It's happened 4 or 5 times.
There's a problem with fighting southpaws, man, you know. They always kick my butt, so what can I say? I can't stand southpaws.
When you get that foot on the inside, where his is, now you're trapped. You can't get out.
Exactly.
Guzman is really trying to put together some combinations. And I tell you, Lakberdiev is just trying to rough him up.
Guzman stepped back and shook his head. He thought that he got hit on the break.
Working the jab, working the jab. Steadily on his feet, bouncing.
He must have heard Shannon's advice, because he's much more on his toes and circling now, and not just standing right in front of him.
Good body shot there by Guzman.
That's how he beat this kid, standing off the ropes and fighting him long. That's it, just like that. Counter him and go back to the middle of the ring. Outboxing.
Coming to you live from the BB&T Center in Sunrise, Florida. WBA Championship Boxing on Box TV and Pursuit Channel. Guzman, Lakberdiev for the WBA Light Welterweight Championship. Vince Bailey, Jose Santiago. Jose, this has been a barn burner, and we're just at round 7.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a great fight. Double warning Lakberdiev about his elbow on the inside. But in the middle of the last round, Guzman started making adjustments. He's bouncing on his toes, he's moving around. And I agree with Shannon, if there's a way for him to come back in this fight and possibly take control, is to keep Lakberdiev following him around and have him pepper him from the outside. He backs it, comes in and out.
Exactly, and it's working. I mean, this guy, he's strong, he's young. You got to box this kid, you know?
Kamish, how do you have it scored so far?
I've got it 58-55, Lakberdiev.
I've got it scored exactly the same way.
At this point, he's just put in just a little more work.
But I think Guzman's doing a great job now. He's making Lakberdiev miss, and he's making him pay for it.
Yeah, Lakberdiev now is just looking to land one punch. And if that's what he wants to do, and Guzman continues to do this, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what Guzman can do and see if he can keep this up for another 5 rounds.
There's no doubt Guzman has one of the best cut men in the world in his corner, because I don't see any blood on his face now.
Yeah, Rafael Garcia, a lot of people know him for his work with Floyd Mayweather. Does a great job at wrapping hands. He's been a busy man here for 2 rounds, trying to take care of that cut and stop that blood from flowing.
Well, if he's Mayweather's cut man, he doesn't get much work.
Well, he wraps his hands.
Guzman putting together some nice 1-2 combinations. Oh, he's getting roughed up there now.
This is a completely different Guzman than we saw earlier in the fight, when he was sort of willing, coming in there and engaging. Now he's on his toes, he's moving.
Yeah, exactly. He's too smart of a fighter to fight off the ropes and to be an exchange with this kid. He has to use the ring and outbox this kid.
Referee Luis Pabon with a warning, talking to the fighters.
He wants him to knock off the rough stuff.
Why is that?
The shoving, the mauling, that kind of stuff. You can punch your opponent, don't push him.
some of that rough housing by Alekverdiev. Just a little bit of him being just frustrated because he wasn't expecting Guzman to start doing this.
WTF 365 is a year-round trip into the lives of our volunteers, highlighting not only their hunting adventures, but the conservation work they accomplish. WTF 365 airs Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m., Thursdays at 1 a.m., and Sundays at 10 p.m., all Eastern, WTF 365. There's the cut man.
Known as Rafa, known as Ralphie. Yeah, doing a great job working on that nose. You know, we haven't seen the blood flow as bad as it was before. That's the reason right there, that man with all the pins on his head. Doing a great job in stopping that blood from flowing.
Guzman also in the piece earlier talked about his great trainer, German Casido. Of course, been working under the tutelage of Mickey Ward and Shannon and the whole Equinity family. We're up to round 8 in this WBA light welterweight championship bout. Johan Little Tyson Guzman and Khabib the Hawk Alekverdiev.
If you notice there, guys, he just stumbled again. He just stepped on his foot again. Guzman's having a lot of trouble with that end of it, just sort of keeping his balance and keeping out of bad situations so he can be taken advantage of.
I don't know. I think they should ban southpaws.
We should. Except for Marvin Hagler.
Randy, I mean you both.
Hey, for the record, I'm a southpaw, guys.
You're okay. It's when they get with boxing gloves on, it's stepping on your feet. That's where they should be banned.
Wow.
Guzman was not alert there.
Well, again, it was a balance problem. It was as much a balance problem as it was anything else that got him in a bad position.
He was looking though.
Like, you know, he sort of teetered forward.
Yeah, Alekverdiev definitely getting a little bit frustrated with Guzman moving. I mean, he's not fighting Little Tyson, he's fighting Little Ali at this point.
For the last 2 rounds, Guzman has done a great job. He's won them both on my scorecard. Round 6 and 7, he's won with his movement.
There it was again, on the same trip.
Yeah.
Guzman is not getting his foot outside of...
This time, I think he's hurt. He twisted his knee or his ankle.
Yeah, he's pointing at his leg.
Oh, the referee calls time.
He definitely tripped right over his...
You know, the crowd doesn't like it, but the fact is, this has been happening over and over, and you can certainly get hurt when your leg turns like that.
Sure. Sure.
I hope he didn't rip anything. I hope it's just a temporary thing, because we are looking, gentlemen, at one of the fights of the year.
You know, it's the easiest thing in the world to be sitting here like, you know, like we're doing and saying, he should be putting his foot over here, which he should be, but not so easy to do when you're in there being assaulted.
Exactly.
Guzman is limping. We're going to see.
Wow, what a flurry by Khabib Alekverdiev, and he's not done.
He's after him now. He's after him now. Guzman is looking to turn the tide here by landing 1 punch. That's a punch landed.
And Guzman goes down.
You know, that was a punch landed. I'm surprised Pavone isn't giving him a count for this.
I think it's his leg.
I think this is going to be over. This is going to be over. And of course, we go to the scorecards.
Corner saying he can't continue. I don't know if it was his leg or the shot that Alekverdiev landed, because he was throwing punches right back, not complaining about his leg. He started complaining about his leg after he got dropped.
The doctor is in the ring, taking a look at his knee.
I mean, if we get a chance to look at the replay, guys, I mean, he was moving with Alekverdiev. He was trying to land a punch on Alekverdiev. Didn't complain about the leg. It was once he went down and got hit by Alekverdiev that he said, "Oh, my leg hurts." I don't know, guys, a little bit questionable on my...
I think they're stopping it.
They're going to the scorecard.
Well, certainly, Jose, you're right. He was getting hit, no question about it. But you could see the leg was bothering him even before this.
Oh, he's limping badly.
we'll see what happens. Not exactly sure what the call is now.
We're going to go to the scorecards.
At first, I don't think the crowd, this big crowd here, really understood what was going on. They do now because they see the fighter limping around. Do any of you guys have any feeling that maybe he's acting? I don't.
No, I really don't. No, I don't. And Alec Verde did exactly the right thing once he saw that he was having some problem with his leg. Jump him and fire.
Right.
No, I seen it when he went down earlier.
Here's the replay here. Let's take a look.
This is what he
Watch
came
his
after
feet.
him. So yeah, there you can see right there. He goes down.
It wasn't a punch. It wasn't a punch.
It wasn't a punch. No.
He was clearly, look at his face. He was clearly hurt.
I'll stand corrected. I don't see a punch there.
No, he didn't land a punch. And and it goes back to that sort of question that we talked about a little bit ago about the roughhousing. The fight was getting rougher and rougher and rougher. Sometimes this is how it ends up.
And if you score that round and then go to the scorecards, I've got Alec Verde winning at 77-74.
I've got it scored exactly the same, Kamish. 77-74, Alec Verde.
Well, here in the corner, the doc, they've got ice on the knee of Guzman, on the left knee. It appears that he twisted his left knee.
Now, going into that round, I had Alec Verde up by 2 points. I gave him that round, and he wins it by 3 on my card. So he was ahead by 2. I've got him winning by 3. Of course, we are just unofficial. I really wonder how the judges here in Florida are scoring this one.
Well, Kamish, you're the Kamish.
Make a ruling.
We've got a very pro-Guzman crowd here. Some fight fans here. I hope this place doesn't go irate.
I know.
I've got dibs under the ring.
I can see the referee just said to the doctor that he put his leg behind him and pushed him. So we'll see what we end up getting here.
I think the referee did a good job.
Well, it was a rough fight, a hard fight to the referee.
Very tough fight.
Neither fighter was giving him a chance to really calm things down.
And this one I don't care really who. I mean, we want to see there's going to be a winner here. I want to see a rematch.
We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. We're live from Sunrise, Florida, WBA Championship Boxing. And looks like we are going to the scorecards. The official says that is a partial round, so it gets scored as well. I think we have a decision, so let's go to the ring announcer, Bob Alexander.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the BB&T Center in Sunrise, Florida, your referee in charge, Luis Pabon, stops this bout in the 8th round. He rules an unintentional foul. Joan Guzman suffers an injury. He is unable to continue. By Florida rules, we go to the scorecards. Judge Michael Pernick scores the bout 76-75, Alec Verdiev. Judge Nelson Vasquez scores the bout 76-75, Guzman. Judge Mark Streisand scores the bout 76-75. For the winner by split decision, Khabib the Hawk Alakverdian.
Can you say rematch?
Wow. I think definitely we need to see a rematch there. Khabib Alakverdian, the winner, and adds to the IBO belt the WBA light welterweight championship. We'll be back to talk to the fighters. You keep it right there.